Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with the exercise 4.6. In this again we are going to find the HCF, but HCF we are going to find with a different method, that is of the division method. First of all, we are going to start doing with the true and false. We'll be doing true or false. This true and false you are going to do in the book. So let's start with question number 2 first, question number 2 and question number 3. Then in the last we'll be doing question number 1. We'll be discussing question number 1 which you are going to do in the book. Question number 2 is find the HCF by division method. You have to find the HCF of the two numbers, whichever numbers are given to you, by using the division method, and then you have to verify the same answer by the prime factorization method. Now exercise 4.5 was about finding the HCF by prime factorization. If you have not seen that video, please go and see that method. In this we are going to verify that when we are going to use these two methods, our answer are going to come same. Our answer will be coming same by using both the methods. For example, let us start with the first part, which is 120 and 288. You have to find the HCF of these two. Now this is the solution of this. Firstly, how I have done is I have firstly taken out the division method. By the division method, I took the HCF. And then I have shown prime factorization. When I shown the prime factorization, again my HCF came. And when I used both the methods, HCF came out to be 24. And in the second method also, HCF came out to be 24. When my answer is coming same in both the methods, that means it is verified. That means it is correct. That's how you are going to verify it. Now, firstly, we are going to use the division method. How you are going to use division method? See, we are having two numbers, 120 and 288. I am going to divide these two numbers, 288 by 120. Firstly, let us divide the way you are dividing. Minus 2. 120 into 2. It will give me 240. So, it will come 48. Now, this 120 is the divisor which is not giving me the remainder 0. When this divisor will not give me the remainder 0, the divisor will come down and it will act as a dividend now. Again, listen what I said. If the divisor is not able to make the remainder 0, this divisor will come down and it is going to act as a dividend now. Okay, see the same I have done here. 288 is there, again the same thing. Now, again let us divide it. Now it will go on to 48 to the 96. I am doing simple division. Now this will be 4 and this is going to come 24. 11 minus 9, 24. And now again this 48 has become the divisor and this divisor was not able to give me the remainder 0. So this 48 will come down. Okay. Now 24 has become the divisor and this 48 has come down and it has become the dividend. So 24 to the 48. Okay. Now this was the divisor which gave me the remainder 0. So this means this divisor is going to be my HCF and the HCF of this question is going to be 24. This is called as the division method to find the HCF. This is the division method. Prime factorization method, you all know it, but still I will be doing one complete part for you. This is 120 and this is 288. This I am going to use prime factorization method here. Firstly, 120 will go on the table of 2 on 60. You will divide 120 with 2 and it will give you 60. Again 60 you are going to divide by 2, it will give you 30. Then it will go on 2, then 3, 5 is 1. These are the prime factors of 120. Now let us take out the factors of 288. On the table of 2 it will go on 144. On the table of 2 it will go on 72. On the table of 2 it will go on 36. On the table of 2 it will go on 18. Then 2 9s are 18. This 9 will go on the table of 3 on 3 and 3 is a prime number, so it is going to go on itself and which is going to give us 1. Now let us write all the factors of 120 and 288. The same method which we had been doing in exercise 4.5. 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. Right? Now 288 factors are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2 is there, so I am going to write here 2 5 times. Into 3 into 3. Now let us write the HCF. HCF means the number which is coming common. This 2 is coming common, so I'm going to write 1 time 2 here. Then this 2 is coming common, so I'm going to write here 2 1 time. Again, this 2 is coming common, so I'm going to write here 2 one more time. If anything else is coming one more time coming common, so you have to write that. 3 and 3. This is coming common, so I'm going to write here 3. Now, 2 to the 4, 8. 2 to the 4, 4 to the 8, 8 3 is a 24. So HCF came out to be 24. Here also HCF is how much? 24. So you can see the answer is coming both sides correct. That means answer is hence verified. That's how you're going to do this question. Okay. So you can see the solution in this. You can pause the video to note it down. Now let's move to the B part. In the B part, again we have to use what is division method and the prime factorization method, and then you have to tell whether your answer is correct or not. If the HCF in both the methods is coming same, that means it is verified. Let us see. 658 I have to divide with 770. 658 ones are 658. When you are going to subtract it, it is going to give you 112. Now this was the divisor which was not able to give me the remainder 0. Okay, so now this remainder will remain as it is, and this 658 will come down as a dividend. Now this will come down. Now this remainder will become a divisor. This 112 is going to divide 658, and when we are going to divide it, this will go on the table of 5. 112 into 5 will give you 560. When you will subtract it, it is going to give you 98. Then again 112 was not able to give the remainder 0, so 98 will remain as it is, and this 112 we are going to bring it down. 98 ones are 98, subtract it, 14 came. Again remainder is not 0, so this will again come down. Okay, like this the process will go on till the time you are not getting the remainder 0. Okay, now since you have got the remainder 0, 14 was the divisor which was able to make the remainder 0, so that means 14 is the HCF. Now let us find it by the prime factorization. 658 and 770. 658 will go on the table of 2 on 329. Then 329 will go on the table of 7 on 47. You are going to divide 329 by 7. 329 on 7. 7 4s are 28. This will come 49. 7s are 49. So 47 is coming, and 47 is a prime number. So that means 47 will be divisible by 47, and this will give me 1. Similarly 770 on the table of 7. 770 will go on 110. 110 will go on the table of 11, right, on 10, then 2 5 5 1. Now let us write the factors of 658 and 770. 2 7 47, these are the factors of 658. 770, 7 11 2 and 5, these are the factors of 770. Now let us write which are the numbers which are coming common. 2 and 2 is coming common, so I have written here 2. 7 and 7 is coming common, so we have written here 7. So the HCF is going to be 14. Now here also it is coming 14, here also it is coming 14. That means answer is verified. See, in this, if you are starting with 11 or 7, it will not make any difference. The only condition is that you have to write the prime numbers. I have explained this previously also in the previous exercise 4.5. Again I am saying this. It does not matter whether you start with 2. It does not matter whether you start with 7 or with 11. The only condition is all these numbers have to be prime. Okay, so this was your B part. Next, C part, you will be trying it by yourself. Again I have told you that you are going to use this, or you are going to move this till the time you will be getting the remainder 0. And when you will get the remainder 0, the divisor which is able to make the remainder 0, that divisor is going to be the HCF. Now the same with the prime factorization method. 582 will go on 2, right? Then it will go on 291. Again you have to check whether it is going on 3 or not by adding the digits. It will go, and try this question by yourself. The C part, try it by yourself. Okay. Next, D part. D part is also same, division method and prime factorization method. In this division method, first you are going to divide 64 and 120. 64 ones are 64, subtract it, 56 will come. Now divisor was not able to make the remainder 0. So 56 will remain here and this 64 will come down and 64 will act as a dividend. Now 56 is going to act as divisor. 56 ones are 56. Subtract it. What will come? 8. Now 8 will come here and 56 will come down because still we have not got the remainder 0. 8 sevens are 56 and now this was the divisor which was able to make the remainder 0 and hence this divisor is the HCF which is 8. Prime factorization, again the same concept you are going to use and here also HCF will come 8. When both sides answer is coming same, that means the answer is verified. Okay, pause the video to note it down. This is D part and this was your complete question number 2. Now question number 3 is that you have to find the HCF. Question number 3 I have done for finding the HCF by division method. Now if it is specified that you have to use only the division method, then you are going to use the division method. But if it is not mentioned in your exam that which method you have to use, you can use any of the methods out of prime factorization or division method. In this, now I am going to explain you the first part. First part is 3 numbers are given to you and you have to find the HCF. 135, 180 and 325. Now to solve this or to find out the HCF, the highest common factor of the 3 numbers, take any 2 numbers first. Any 2 you can take. You can take 180 and 325. You can take 135 or 325 or you can take any of the 2 numbers. I am taking first 2 numbers, 135 and 180. Okay, then 135 ones are 135. Simply the way we have been doing in question number 2, how to divide, how to find the HCF of the 2 numbers, the same way we are going to proceed. 10 minus 5, 5, 7 minus 3, 4 and 135 and this will go on 3, 45 3s are 135. Okay, so now I got to know that this 45 was able to give me the remainder 0. This means of 35 and 180, HCF came out to be 45. HCF came out to be 45. I'm writing these numbers here, 135, 180 and 325. Firstly, I took these numbers, 135 and 180. I was able to calculate the HCF of these 2 numbers and that came out to be 45. Now this number is left. Now with this HCF 45, you are going to calculate this 325 to find out the final HCF. So with 45, you are going to divide 325. Okay, now see I have done it here. 45 sevens are 315. Then subtract it, you will be getting 10. Okay, see here. 45 sevens are 315. On subtracting, I am getting 10. Next, again 45 was not able to give me the remainder 0. So this 45 we are going to bring it down. On 4 it will go. 10 4s are 40. Now 4 minus 4 0 and this 5 minus 0 is going to give me 5. But 10 we are going to bring it down. 5 2s are 10. So that means this 5 was the divisor which was able to make my remainder 0. So that means HCF is going to be 5. This means the HCF of this and this is going to be 5 and this is the answer. So now you can see the solution of A part. Let's do the B part. In B part again you can take any of the 2 numbers. It can be 13 or 65. I have taken 13 and 65 firstly because I know that 13 5s are 65 and the HCF of these 2 numbers is going to come of 13. Or you can take 13 and 117 also because the HCF of these 2 is also going to come 13. Now how I have solved this is 13 and 65 I have taken, right, and 13 5s are 65. So this divisor was able to make my remainder 0. The HCF of these 2 will come out to be 13. Now with this 13 I have divided 117 here. 13 and 117 and 39s are 117. Again remainder came 0. So the HCF is going to be 13. Okay, this was your B part. You can pause the video to note it down, both the parts. Now the next one, C part you will try by yourself. Okay, now let's do the D part. Now in the D part, what I have done is I have taken 232 with 616. I have not taken deliberately first two numbers so that I can show you that you can take any of the two numbers. I have taken here 232 and 616. 616 I have taken. Now 232, 2s are 464. I'll subtract it. I'll be getting the remainder 152. Now since the remainder is not 0, so this 232 I'm going to bring it down here. Then 152 ones are 152, subtract it, it will give you 80. Again the remainder is 0. 152 is going to we are going to bring down 152. 80 ones are 80. Subtract it, you will be getting again 80, you are going to bring down. 72 ones are 72. Then subtract it, you will get 8. Again the remainder is not 0. Bring down 72. 8 9s are 72. And then the remainder will come 0. That means HCF of 232 and 616 is how much? 8. Now with this HCF 8, I am going to divide the remaining number, which is 1160. So when you are going to divide 1160, it will give you 145 and the remainder will be 0. So that means the HCF will come out to be of all the three numbers is 8. That means the highest common factor of all the three numbers is going to be 8. Okay, this was your B part. Now E part, you will try by yourself. E part you are going to try by yourself. Any of the two numbers you can take. I have firstly taken 315 and 425. So you can take any of the two numbers. And then whatever the HCF will come of those two numbers, divide that with the third number. Okay. Now F part. In F part, this is 504, 462 and 198. So let us divide this. I have taken firstly 462 and 504. So 462 ones are 462. Subtraction, what will come? 42. Remainder is not 0, so 462 will come down. Then 42 ones are 42. Again, what will come? 42 ones are 42. So that means this 42 was able to divide it completely and gave me the remainder 0. This means the HCF of these two numbers is going to be 42. Now this number is left, so divide 42 and 198. When you are going to divide 42 and 198, 42 4s are 168. Subtract it, 30 will come. Then since the remainder is not 0, bring 42 down. 30 ones are 30. Then subtract it, 12 will be the remainder. Then 30 you are going to bring it down. 12 2s are 24. Subtract it, difference is 6. Again bring down 12, 6 2s are 12. So the remainder now it is 0. This means the HCF of these numbers, three numbers, is going to be 6. So this was your question number 3. Pause the video to note it down. Now let's move to question number 1. Question number 1 you are going to do in the book. Right? This is true and false. 5 parts are only there. The first is the HCF of co-prime is not necessarily 1. It is completely false. Two numbers are co-prime when the HCF is 1. So the first one is false. Second is, if you are going to find the HCF of 512 and 476, it will come out to be 2. False. When you are going to check or when you are going to find the HCF of 512 and 476, it will not come out to be 12. You are going to check it by yourself. It will be false. Okay, something else is going to come instead of this 2. Next, C part I'll explain you in the last. Let's do the last two parts. HCF of two numbers is 1. HCF of two prime numbers is 1. Yes, because prime numbers are those numbers which are not having any common multiple in itself. When they are not having any common multiple, then how two numbers can have a common multiple? For example, I am taking 2 and 3. 2 is a prime number, 3 is a prime number. They are not having any common number, right? So that means they are going to be, the HCF is going to be 1. When they are not having any common multiple, HCF is going to be 1. Next E part is HCF of any two even numbers is always 2. False. It cannot be possible. For example, they are saying if we are going to take any two numbers, any two, the HCF of those two even numbers will always come out to be 2. It is false. It cannot be 2. It can be any other number also. It can be 4. It can be 6. It can be any other even number also. Like for example, here 14, HCF is coming out to be 14. We have taken two numbers here. These two both numbers are even and the HCF came out to be 14. That means it is not only 2. Hence it is false. Now C part. The greatest number which when divides 145 and 265 leaving the same remainder 1 in each case is 15. The question is, if there are numbers 145 and 265, there is a certain number which is dividing these two numbers. We don't know that number. Okay, and when we divide 145 with that number, remainder comes out to be 1. Similarly, with the same number, when I'm going to divide 265, the remainder comes out to be 1, and that number is going to be 15. So it is false. Why? How I have done? Whenever remainder is there, I'm going to subtract the remainder from the given number. If it is 145 minus 1, 144. And when this is given 265, I am going to subtract 1 and it is going to give me 264. Now, if you will find the HCF of 264 and 144, it will not come out to be 15. If you are going to find the HCF of 144 and 264, it will not come out to be 15. Therefore, it is false because they are saying the HCF will come out to be 15, but that is completely false. Okay, so this was your question number 1. You have to do question number 1 in the book, question number 2 and 3 in the notebooks. So complete exercise 4.6. Thank you.